One of the unique properties of a map over just a regular old object is that you can actually use an object as the key in a map. And what I mean by that is, let's say we had an object right here and we wanted to use a object as the key. We can't do that. We can only use a string where we say key or west or high. That's the only thing. But what if we're able to use an object here where the value can be a number, a string, or another object itself? And that's where maps come in really handy because they can be used as sort of like a metadata dictionary where it holds information about an object, but it doesn't necessarily put that information on the object. So let's say I had a bunch of buttons right here. And every time I click one of those buttons, I wanted to record how many times that specific button was clicked. Now, I could put the click count right on the element itself, but I don't really want to do that because it's kind of dirty. And if I remove the element, then that count is gone with it. So I could also create like an object where I take like something unique about this button and use that. Maybe I give them each an ID. But in this case, we can actually use the button itself because when I select it, it's going to be an object. We'll use that as the actual key. So let's make a new map called click counts. And then let's select every single button on the page. Now I'm going to loop over every single button and add it to this map. And we're going to set it by default 0. That's the actual click count. So buttons.for each button. And then for each button, we're going to add it to the map. So notice how the key is going to just be the button itself. So let's save that. And we'll take a look at, it's document.query, selector all. Take a look at our click counts. Look at this is our map, whereas every single key, look at that, the key is a button. I can open that up and you see that that's just a regular DOM node element right there. The key is an actual object. That's really handy. Now, when someone clicks one of these, we'll just increment the number by 1. Say button.add event listener. Then I could say val get. What is the key to get this, right? Because I used a regular function there, this is going to be equal to the button. So get this, that's going to be, and we'll just console log the val here, see what each one is. 0, 0. Obviously, they're all 0 right now. And then we can set it. We'll say click counts dot set this, with the key is going to be the button, and then the value is going to be val plus 1. Increment it by 1. And then I'm going to actually console log the click counts entire map just to see what we're dealing with now. Good. So now we click snakes, open that sucker up. You see the first button, which is this one, has a value of 1. And you could use an object or a string or anything. I'm just using a regular old number. So if I click it a few more times, there we go. You can see that every time I click one of these, the click count is going on up. So that's a useful use case for using a map where you want to store metadata, not necessarily on the object, but you want to store metadata about an object, and a map is a good use case for that.